The following is a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys? Yeah! Go Cowboys!
This is Girls Talk, Boys Talk, presented by Invisalign, trusted by over 500 NFL players for their winning smiles, and broadcasting live from Dallas Cowboys World Headquarters at the Star. Now, your host, Nicole Hutchison.
Hey guys, welcome back to Girls Talk, Boys Talk, presented by Invisalign. Aisha Morrison, Brie Aldridge, Jess Navarez, and Nicole Hutchison. She is live from Oxnard, California, being our eyes on the prize, boots on the ground. Nicole, well, ladies, first of all, I missed you guys. Like, let's address that. Missed y'all.
Football's in the air.
The girls are back. Football's here. Nicole, you are at practice right now, still going on. Let's just get right to it. What have you seen so far today?
Man, so much. Well, one, I know you want to talk about the energy because that's been something that Brian Schottenheimer has stressed all off season. And I mean, y'all can hear the music in the background. Y'all, like, the vibes are great. They're playing with some intentionality, as the word he used in the press conference today. It's physical. You've seen a couple of shuffles out here as well. Guys, I'm excited about the team. I know we say this, we said this last year, but no, this year I think that they've got something special cooking. So, yeah, no, the energy's great. The vibes are great. The players are playing with some discipline, too. I love what I'm seeing so far.
And it's only a sample size, given this is only the second day of open practice. But what are some of the differences that you've spotted from last training camp under McCarthy to now under Schotty?
Man, hello. Can we talk about freestyle motion? Let's freaking get into it.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
Yesterday you saw there was one rep where they used Hunter Lipke and put him in motion, and you got a chance to see CeeDee Lamb wide open. So obviously the pre-snap motion is, creating some I'll say havoc for this Matt Eberflus defense early on. But I mean, I think it's going to be a problem for a lot of people. I mean, Schotty also talking about it earlier, like it just makes things difficult. I mean, we hadn't seen that last year. He said he doesn't want to be stagnant. So we'll see that really regular, he said. They'll be switching things around in terms of, like, who they use in motion. I know one time they also motioned CeeDee Lamb to the same side as George Pickens, and they got connected with George Pickens on that rep. So, yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, no, and the motion and the static offense is something we've been talking about for quite some time. Yeah. But for me, it's exciting because we've all sat in Schotty's pressers last year, year before, and heard him speak about some of his philosophies, some of the things that he, would implement into this offense. So it's really dope to see it actually come into fruition on the field. And here's another thing about camp that I've heard so far, Nicole, and I want to see if you can attest to it, is the fact that the players are playing, everything's fast. And what that tells me is that they have digested the playbook. I heard that there's some tempo and stuff. I don't know if you can attest to that, but the reports coming out yesterday seemed like these players are playing really fast, and they seem keyed into what their responsibilities are. That lets me know that the install with minicamp, OTAs, all that stuff was positive. And so I guess I want to know how you felt about that too.
No, I can agree with that. That's something that, Schotty's talked about. I know I'll probably say that a lot, but he's been very detail-oriented in his install. So they really don't have a choice but to know what the hell to come out here and do, And so, you've seen guys flying to the ball, reading their assignments fast. He also talked about the fact that, he wants guys constantly running, and that's something that they're doing as well. Clearly the condition is still early, so the conditioning isn't, up to par, but you're seeing guys running at full speed, defense and offense. Aisha.
Thank you, girl.
No problem.
Well, I also heard, kind of speaking to that, yesterday, first day of practice, I know everybody's hyped up, but I think with George Pickens, CeeDee Lamb, we thought we were about to see, this big down the field type of day, but I heard it was a lot more short passes. Like you guys said, tempo was up, and they ran the ball more than they were focused on throwing the ball, which is, again, what you guys keep saying. Schotty said it, and Schotty's sticking to it. I know it's early, but what did you kind of see out there that was, again, different than what we typically see when you're talking about tempo and focusing on running the ball?
Man, there were a lot of runs, Bree, and specifically with Javonte Williams and Miles Sanders splitting first-team reps. You got a little bit of a sprinkle of Jaden Blue as well, and let me tell you, there's some speed in that goddamn running back room. Excuse my language, but there's a lot of speed there. Miles Sanders, there was one play where he, broke out for, a 20-yard run untouched. Javonte Williams obviously showcasing his ability to also help out in the receiving game, but he had a lot of big runs as well. Jaden Blue had one on first-team reps that I did see yesterday. But no, there is obviously a intention of running the football, but it starts up front. This offensive line has certainly improved. Obviously, it's not, perfect yet because we're only in day 2, but you're seeing Tyler Booker go one-on-one with Osa and, maybe sometimes even Solomon Thomas and handling his own. Tyler Smith, of course, will do Tyler Smith things. But no, Cooper Beebe has improved as well. I think this offensive line is in good hands. And then when you obviously have that, you have a good running back room.
Absolutely. And girl, I'd be amiss to not ask you, how is the tight end room looking? How's Jake Fergie Ferg?
Sickness, man.
How speedy is he? We heard he leaned out a little bit from Shoddy in his presser. Again, we're sticking to what Shoddy says, but how has that boded well for him so far from what you've seen? And who else is getting 1 reps, if anybody, in the tight end room?
Yeah, girl, I knew you were gonna ask.
Come on, we have to.
Can't help it.
I knew you were gonna ask that, but no. You're seeing Shoddy have some flexibility in doing a little bit more 12 personnel. There was a rep where it was Jake Ferguson, and Luke Schoonmaker on one side, and then Luke Schoonmaker released out on a route and was wide open for Dak Prescott. So that's obviously a lot of good things to see there. But Linda Wells also, fun thing to know, I saw them yesterday. Brevin Spanford dropped a pass, and he made all the tight ends get down and do push-ups. Now I don't remember how many, but it was a lot. So yeah, he's holding that room accountable in terms of helping out with pass protection, in terms of in the receiving game, and I think that tight end 2 spot, I'm not gonna lie to y'all, Luke Schoonmaker looks really good. His footwork has improved. He's really gotten a lot faster as well. He's reading things better. I think it'll be a lot of fun to watch Brevin and Luke compete for that tight end 2 role. But it obviously helps out Jake Ferguson. He's going, catch for 1,000 yards this year. Let's claim it.
Yeah, the tight ends are going to be very important to what you want to do this upcoming season because people going to have to make some decisions with those wide receivers out there with CeeDee Lamb and Pickens. Nicole, so there is a gentleman that we have not talked about that much through the offseason. And I think for me, I kind of was freaking out a little bit because of that safety room having the depth that it has. Marquise Bell sounded like he had a pretty good day yesterday in coverage and got to see him from the few clips I saw in a couple of packages, doing some things, defending tight ends and stuff. How would you evaluate what you've seen from him, and are you getting a gist of maybe what his role will be? Because this safety room, it's insane that you have a guy like Wanya and Bell, and you can't figure out ways to get him on the field. So do you expect that?
I hadn't really paid attention to the safeties just yet.
Okay.
I was going to try to get into no, it's okay. I was trying to get into that probably tomorrow or Friday. But
okay.
From what I've seen, I know Bell, from things that I have seen, he's also reading things a lot better as well. But I know they were kind of sprinkling in Wanya Thomas a lot more today in first team. But yeah, that'll be a lot of fun to watch as well because, that depth in that room.
But that's interesting. That's interesting, though, that you mentioned that because I'm more so if you think that, obviously Marquise Bell had a good day yesterday and then they're emphasizing Wanya, maybe we're going to see them implement multiple safeties. So that's still important to keep a lookout for. So thanks, girl. What you got, Brie?
I think we done hit my poor girl out there answering all these questions, but
sorry.
I think
we're just excited.
The main thing is like Nicole said, this is only day 2.
Oh yeah, of course.
There's only so much that you can take out of it, but I feel like everything I've heard, not to overshadow it, but has been positive. It's exactly what you would want to see day 1, day 2. Obviously the pads aren't on, so that's what I'm sitting back waiting to see, really.
Also, shout out to Nicole for being ready with these questions. By the
bad,
way,
girl.
I would
Yeah,
like
My
to
bad, girl.
preface.
I'm handling this like it's an interview. I'm
No,
like,
look, we didn't
what
give
do you
her a
think you
list of
saw?
anything we were going to ask. We're just throwing them at her. So shout out to our girl, Nicole.
Pay attention to everything for y'all, but
Yep.
it's a lot, y'all.
A lot of really good tweets coming out from Nicole, too. So go follow her if you haven't already. Just want to shout out that I'm so freaking proud of you. Like,
Girl.
I'm just
You're
so
the girl.
excited for you. Something else we have to talk about, Nicole. You were there. The good, the bad, the ugly. You've gotten to witness it all in these last 2 days of camp. But what were the vibes yesterday? Micah and Trayvon talking to the media. What are the vibes between both of them? What did you pick up on? Maybe some, nonverbal cues, some things you've heard.
Yeah.
What can you say about that entire situation and how it has unfolded?
Well, it's funny because I was actually doing a walk and talk with Miles Sanders while that was going on, but then I caught the very end of it. I thought it was at first kind of odd that, both of them wanted to do the press conference together, but, they are besties. It's 7-11, do or die. So that was pretty interesting, but I think there was a lot of things said obviously you guys have seen the tweets, but a lot of things said, with, Jerry Jones, of course, the contract with Michael Parsons and why it's been delayed. And, he's looking for leadership, more leadership out of Micah and Trayvon. And Trayvon saying that, I feel like I've done what I need to do, but he's open to, taking on a little bit more of a bigger role that they obviously want out of him. So, it sounded like a mix of accountability, but also like, hey, Micah deserves to be paid. We know that. He's had double-digit sacks the last, 4 years? So it's got to happen. You want him on the field. You don't want to delay it any longer. And as far as Trayvon with the whole $500K deduction, he said, they were very aware of, me going out to Florida and my rehab process because they were in conversation throughout the whole way. So, obviously there's two sides to every story, but regardless, I think it's very crucial for both of these guys to be on the field this year.
Absolutely. Well, we're going to take our first break. When we come back, we're going to dive a little bit deeper into some of Micah's comments, and we're going to get into offense, defense, some highlights from training camp day 1 and day 2. Stick with us. This is Girls Talk, Boys Talk, presented by Invisalign. We'll be right back.
How do you tell the world about all the great gifts in the Yeti store? Let her rip, Troy.
All right, folks, let's get started with the Yeti French Press. Enjoy coffee that stays hot for hours in a French press. 34 ounce for you, 6'4" for the crews. The Yeti French Press. Hot mix waterproof bags. Bags waterproof. Submersible waterproof doubles. Waterproof bags. World's mostly water, so get a waterproof Yeti bag. Do I smell something cooking? Oh, new cast iron skillets made to be passed down like Mama's recipes. Take your steak, cornbread, cobbers, pot pie, and potatoes next level with 3 sizes of Yeti cast iron skillets.
Gear, gifts, and product experts. Visit the Yeti store on McKinney Street and at South Lake Town Square today.
Discover Aiden, the official luggage partner of the Dallas Cowboys and Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders. Known for top-tier engineering and craftsmanship, Aiden offers more than just bags. Originating from Australia and designed in New York, it merges fashion, design, and culture. Used by Dallas Cowboys players, staff, and the entire organization, Aiden provides style and functionality for all travelers. Visit AidenTheBrand.com and use code AidenXCowboys for 25% off your purchase. Travel like your favorite stars with Aiden.
When you're on the field, you know what it takes to lead your team and play with confidence. But that confidence shouldn't just stop at game time. It should follow you off the field, too. Join over 500 NFL players who trust Invisalign, the #1 doctor-recommended clear aligner brand. Do it for confidence on and off the field. Do it for you. Ready to take the first step towards a smile you'll love? Don't wait. Visit Invisalign.com/NFL and find a doctor near you today. Transform your smile and take your confidence to the next level, both on the field and off.
Cowboys fans, when it comes to navigating the ever-changing world of tax, your business needs a partner it can trust to tackle even your biggest tax challenges. Ryan is the largest firm in the world dedicated exclusively to business taxes. Our team of tax professionals has local expertise in all areas of tax and can help you uncover savings opportunities you didn't know you had. Learn more about how Ryan can improve your overall corporate tax performance by visiting Ryan.com. Ryan, the official tax partner of the Dallas Cowboys.
The
second segment is brought to you by blockchain.com. Cowboys Nation, the 2025 Dallas Cowboys schedule is officially here and limited tickets are available right now. Get ready to bring the noise as you watch your Cowboys live at AT&T Stadium when they host NFC East rivals Eagles, Giants, and Commanders, plus the Packers, Chiefs, Chargers, Vikings, and Cardinals. Visit DallasCowboys.com/ticket or SeatGeek.com, the official primary ticketing partner of the Dallas Cowboys.
Love it, love it. Welcome back to Girls Talk, Boys Talk, presented by Invisalign. Aisha, Bree, Nicole out in Oxnard. I'm your host for the day, Jess Navarez. Y'all, the worst part about camp is to me, is waiting to see kind of where these guys land in injury-wise that are coming back from last year's injuries, and some of them, unfortunately, not ready to participate in camp. You had Trayvon Diggs, DeMarvion Overshone, and Josh Butler all put on the PUP list, and then Siobhan Revel on the non-football injury list. But like we said last year, we know the laundry list of guys that were suffering from injuries. Nicole, some guys that come to mind, obviously, Dak Prescott, Sam Williams. What are you seeing from those guys from what they're able to do right now?
Seeing Dak actually run has been good. I love that.
Good for the soul.
He's moving well. I mean, he even said before training camp that, he feels great. Probably the best that he's ever felt. So that's the importance of, taking your time and rehabbing and coming in, and doing the rehab that you need to do. And Sam, getting high praise early from Ryan Schottenheimer ladies, and he's moving well as well. I know that he hadn't missed a day in rehab this offseason. I know that he's also been kind of getting some extra rehab in training camp so far as well. So, yeah, I mean, that's something that, this coaching staff has stressed, is not pressuring or forcing these guys to come back too soon, but coming back when they're ready and taking the time to actually kind of take care of their bodies while they need actually seeing Sam Williams really sprint after trying to take on blocks as well. So love to see that. Love the high motor from him.
Absolutely. And ladies, I'm going to open this up. How important is it for Sam Williams to what he's able to do post-injury? How important is it for him to come out and have a great camp this year?
I think it's huge because that's one area of this roster that is been added to and it's growing, and I think him in there healthy just makes it that much better. And I was actually going to ask Nicole, I don't know if she saw it yesterday. I read some clips or articles about Sam Williams having to be simmered down already because he's knocking some people to the floor, and right now with no pads on, no one's supposed to be on the ground right now.
Jesus.
And I heard he got 2 people is what I heard to the ground, and they had to sit him out for a couple of reps. I think that was Todd Archer who reported that. So I thought that was hilarious because I'm like, the boy's back. So, I mean, you love to see it. I mean, obviously, they had to, he's someone you got to like wind in every little, but like they said that in OTAs, like, I'd rather have guys I got to reel in than I have to tell them they got to
absolutely
step it up. So,
absolutely.
No, that's definitely true, Bree. My bad. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, your head.
Jeez, Lord. Got to go into wait. So what? Yeah.
We're going to have Nicole go check on something for us.
Yeah. Sorry, we got distracted with breaking news.
Yeah, sorry. We're going to have Nicole go check on something for us. In the meantime, I sent it to you. So please go check on that for us. If you need to call us back, feel free.
I got y'all.
All right, cool.
I'm going to go on mute for a little bit.
Oh, okay.
All right, pop in when you're ready. We're just going to,
It's okay. It's all right.
Okay.
Kind of like it was just cramps.
All right, good. Well, we're going to have Nicole check anyways.
Okay, of course.
Yeah. Of course. Okay, well, in the meantime, we're on the topic of what getting guys back can do. And obviously, when you have QB1 down, we know the domino effect that has. Ladies, I want to ask this question to you because all of the talk about the offensive line and rebuilding and building that chemistry, what can Dak do? Obviously, he's a veteran quarterback. He knows how to do this to kind of speed up this process of gaining, the cadence, the confidence, all the good things with his offensive line throughout this camp that maybe he hasn't done during OTAs already.
Well, I mean, I think I kind of spoke on it a little bit earlier, is that I think that they were very intricate in learning the playbook. We heard about it in OTAs and minicamp, and is getting a grasp of what Brian Schottenheimer wanted them to do. But also, too, we do know that the offensive linemen that he has to work with do go out in the offseason and work with other folks. It sounds like Duke's philosophy has been married to Connor Riley's and Clayton Adams, and that they are talking. So he gets to have that cohesiveness with them, getting work on the outside so their timing and rhythm can get good. And then we know he invites guys and they work out and stuff too. So he's already been doing what's necessary to build that, that connection. And again, everything that I've seen and heard so far is that the guys are playing with tempo. There's even opportunities where the offensive line is rushing to the line, which is, again, pacing is important in football, and the Cowboys offense didn't have a lot of that, of dictating pace. So it sounds like that's something he wants to implement. So these guys got to be on the same page for that. And it sounds like that communication has been strong between him and Dak and him so far. Well, Dak and the offensive line specifically so far.
I agree with all that. I feel like he's already ahead of the ball. And cliche as it is, got to stay healthy. That was the biggest thing last year. Like the continuity with his health, with the O-line who's been switching it out, and then you got to – nothing was flowing with that group. It was tough to watch. But it's also like, as much as you don't want to make excuses, like you said, there's no continuity being built there. So I think that's the biggest thing, is just being healthy. And it does matter off the field. I think that's why Shotty's so refreshing, is because as much as you just want them to go out there and play ball, it is fun to watch the guys have fun and say they're having
facts.
Like, that is, it don't matter what sport
they're allowed to have fun.
We know these guys are good.
Dare they have fun?
They're allowed to have fun.
Because trust me, that
fun
locker room was not fun last year.
Fun? What's fun? Hey, speaking of not fun, we saw some tweets about George Pickens, and that's kind of why we had our hiccup earlier.
Almost faint.
Yeah, me too.
I got that.
Nicole, what have you learned about what happened at practice with George Pickens?
So I spoke to a couple of the DallasCowboys.com team who were paying attention, and they said that he's fine. I actually saw George Pickens talking with CeeDee Lamb, Coach Junior Adams, wide receivers coach, just off to the side. He's fine. He just went down for about a minute, so it sounds like that he just kind of fell on his leg wrong. Lord.
Yeah.
Please not make sure that happens again.
No, you're good. Todd Archer said that it looks like he had a calf cramp.
Yeah.
And he was down for a bit. Look, if you've ever gotten those, that'll take you down. Like, a few miles at Disney World, it'll do you in. Like, speaking from experience.
Charlie has to take you out.
Yeah. So,
let him rest up.
Go, Nicole, if you could, just pass the message along to drink more water.
Or
that would be great. Some pickle juice.
Get that baby some pickle juice or something.
Yep.
Of course.
But gotta love live productions, ladies.
She goes
live productions. We are acting in real time. But Nicole, when you were being amazing and getting us some info, I was talking about how important it is for Dak to be working with the offensive line. What have you noticed between him and Cooper Beebe and his cadence? Because Cooper Beebe didn't get a lot of actual real-time reps with him after the injury. So what have you noticed from that?
Well, I think the timing, obviously, with the cadence and stuff has been fine. That's been worked on this offseason. I think it's more of that trust with Cooper Beebe recognizing the right calls to make. And I think that that's something that, I can kind of see that Dak trusts him a lot more. And if Cooper Beebe sees something that Dak doesn't, that communication has improved. Just because, when you get a year under your belt, you're feeling a little bit more confident. So, that's what I've noticed. The cadence obviously has not changed to me from what I've heard.
With the offensive line, Nicole, I know, we're talking about, we're not going to get too deep into philosophies and things like that, but what are some of the guys that have maybe stood out so far? Obviously not in pads, but just movement. You can look at their movement. You can look at kind of how confident they look and stuff. Like, what are some of the guys that have stood out to you so far?
Well, Tyler Booker, of course, his power. Tyler Smith is a given, right? I feel like Terrence Steele has taken or could take a big step.
Awesome.
That move, I feel like they're doing a little bit better at getting to the second level. You can see that that's somewhat of an emphasis. That's something that I've also noticed a little bit. I've been trying to pay attention to first, the skill players first, and then I'm gonna, work my way everywhere else. But no, that's what I for sure noticed.
No, I think I also think this is an offense that is going to want, from what I saw at minicamp and stuff, this seems like they're going to want to attack the edges with their speed guys and also, too, with their running backs and a receiver capacity to some degree. Like, they want to really be able to bounce to the outside of the numbers, and I think that's something we got to see a little bit yesterday. And when you mentioned that they look like they can get to the second level better, I'm excited about that, like them working as a unit more so. Thanks, girl.
And I also, with yesterday, too, yesterday, too, you're seeing a little bit more inside runs. So that's something that, Aisha, you preached about the fact that this interior has to be a lot stronger and be able to open those gaps for our running backs. And I did see a little bit better of an improvement from that in that aspect as well.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I haven't really heard a lot or yesterday about the O-line and then people who were, because like for Nicole, like when you're out there, you got the wide receivers on one side, you got the DBs on one side, the top, like it's hard to cover everything. So I applaud you, but I was watching somebody who was specifically watching the O-line yesterday because I'll get to the other one.
I should have led with that because that's what I was. That's one of my questions.
That's what everybody. It's hard, but I will say that he's a big O-line guy, and he was just like, honestly, I was over there for quite a bit of time, and one thing I can say is that the tempo from the beginning, I wasn't just for the warm-up, it wasn't just for individuals, it was throughout, and that was something that has been missed. And then he also said, like, there was nobody that stood out, but that's a good thing when you're talking about offensive line, because if you remember last camp, where, like, there was a couple names that kept coming up, like, can he handle this, or they're switching this, or he's with the ones, he's with the twos, or what have you, but nobody was out there when we're talking about mechanics was sticking out. And, again, it's day one, we're talking about yesterday. I didn't really get to watch day two because we're sitting here. But the O-line, like, I think that is, again, positives. It's hard to not get excited, but it's like, all right.
Yeah.
Starting off where they're supposed to be, so.
Well, I want to have it in film for everybody in 4K. Who are your pet cats for training camp on the offensive side of the ball, and why?
Are you talking to me?
Yeah, everyone.
Oh, my bad.
Girl, who's your pet cat, and why?
Oh, you're going with me first. Okay, got it.
Heck yeah.
You know what? I'm going to give some love to Luke Schoonmaker.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to go with him. Wait, can I change it?
Yeah.
Actually, no,
you can have
I won't
two.
change it.
You can have two. It's
I'm
okay.
going to go with Luke Schoonmaker.
Okay.
I'm going to go with Luke because, he had a hard time in year two. Obviously, he stepped up when he needed when Jake Ferguson went out with his injury. But I feel as if now it's year 3 for him. He's gotten a lot more confident, right, in his assignments and things like that. And he knows how important it is to kind of take that load off of Jake. And that's what's going to help this offense take that next step. So I'm going to go with Luke. You can see that, he's just done a lot of the work this offseason. I'm going to go with Luke. And then, I'm going to just do one. That's it.
Okay.
I'm gonna do one.
Offense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with someone who I'm not going to say skeptical, but I just wasn't sure how he fit. But I'm kind of getting on the Miles Sanders bandwagon just a little bit.
Okay.
He's a name that, honestly, when we signed him, I was like, all right, like, it didn't do anything for me. And then I started to actually, like, when he does his one-on, with the art, with the newspaper guys, they get to talk to him a little bit more.
Yeah.
And I feel like they open up more when they see 20 cameras on them right after practice. It's just, TV side of things. But, like, I like the fact that he's like, hey, it hurts a little that Eagles were willing to pay somebody else and not me. And I didn't really think about it in that aspect that this isn't like a guy who's fresh. This isn't. I was thinking Javonte Williams, Jaden Blue. That's what I was thinking, 1 and 2. But it seems like there's going to be more of a competition there than I had thought. Scotty has spoken very highly of him. Even yesterday, I think even today, had some good things to say to him. He seems a consistent piece. Again, it's early, but I'm really like, when I go out there, I feel like that's who I'm going to be looking at, because I think this is a chance for him not to just be a camp guy or a preseason guy. Like, this is a chance to really take over. This is something Shotty wants 2 running backs in this, what he's building. He said that. So that's who I'm rooting for.
All right.
His
Who's your pet
vision
cat?
stands out. My pet cat?
Yeah.
His vision stands out, and I figured that he would show what he was capable of in these, especially like before the pads are on. I'm sure also too he was able to get the playbook like crazy fast,
Which is good.
He's played with other teams. But my pet cat, Barnacles, on Office.
Yeah.
What noises are you making over? I'm gonna say.
I wish I could see her.
She's laughing. I'm gonna say my pet cat. I can't believe you didn't say him. I'm gonna say Kevontae Turpin. Kevontae Turpin.
Okay. Why?
Because I believe that he really has an opportunity to be a real problem for defenses. I do believe that Shoddy intends to use him. We've even seen him as a decoy in some instances in motion. I mean, that might be setting up plays for other things, for him to get the ball in his hands. I also know that, as I talked about before, CeeDee Lamb and Pickens aren't going to attract so much attention. The middle of the field is something that you're going to be able to navigate at will, make people pay. And he will make people pay with his speed. So Kevontae Turpin is my pet cat right now that I'm paying attention to. I know we probably should be saying like a rookie or something, but
Not really.
Okay.
I don't think so. I'm with the Turpin.
Yeah.
I'm with the Turpin.
Yeah.
Ladies, I
Turbo
gotta go. I'm so sorry.
You're going to go?
She's
She's got to go do her job. We love you. We appreciate you. Follow Nicole on
Love y'all
Twitter for all the
too.
best coverage. Thank you, Nicole. We
Bye,
appreciate
y'all.
you. Real quick before we go to break, I'm going to say my pet cat is Jonathan Mingo.
ooh.
I'm going to
see that
go.
one.
I gotta keep it a little unpredictable, guys.
You did.
I know you guys expected me to say a tight end, but I didn't.
I know, I'm shocked.
But I didn't. I'm going Jonathan Mingo because he didn't really have a chance last year to show how he could be utilized in this offense. And obviously, all eyes are going to be on George Pickens, CeeDee Lamb, but you still need that third receiver. That's still a very key and vital part of a successful offense because when they're all tied up, who's your go-to guy for wide receiver 3? And I know they call it 1A, 1B, so I guess technically 2, whatever math you want to math, that works. But I'm going to go Jonathan Mingo. From what I've seen, the clips that have been posted online, he looks like he is gaining that confidence, and that's what I wanted for him going into this year. I didn't want last year to discourage him or the background noise because we know it can get pretty loud. But yeah, I'm going to go Jonathan Mingo as my
Sounds like he's having a good day too. And to your point about him, I know that we had the conversation in the offseason about there being a competition between he and Jalen Tolbert. But I'm just, if you got a guy that's your 4th or 5th receiver, I'm still. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay.
We just having a little mic difficulty. I think we're.
Oh, I'm like.
I was trying to.
Hey, it's our first day back. Like.
Sorry, y'all. All right. Well, with that being said, we're going to go to break. Give us a chance to get this figured out. We will be right back. This is Girls Talk Boys Talk.
Rusty today.
Oh my.
Discover Aiden, the official luggage partner of the Dallas Cowboys and Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders. Known for top-tier engineering and craftsmanship, Aiden offers more than just bags. Originating from Australia and designed in New York, it merges fashion, design, and culture. Used by Dallas Cowboys players, staff, and the entire organization, Aiden provides style and functionality for all travelers. Visit AidenTheBrand.com and use code AidenXCowboys for 25% off your purchase. Travel like your favorite stars with Aiden.
When you're on the field, you know what it takes to lead your team and play with confidence. But that confidence shouldn't just stop at game time. It should follow you off the field, too. Join over 500 NFL players who trust Invisalign, the #1 doctor-recommended clear aligner brand. Do it for confidence on and off the field. Do it for you. Ready to take the first step towards a smile you'll love? Don't wait. Visit Invisalign.com/NFL and find a doctor near you today. Transform your smile and take your confidence to the next level, both on the field and off.
How do you tell the world about all the great gifts in the Yeti store? Let her rip, Troy.
All right, folks, let's get started with the Yeti French Press. Enjoy coffee that stays hot for hours in a French press. 34-ounce for you, 6'4" for the crews. The Yeti French Press. Hot mix waterproof bags. Bags waterproof. Submersible waterproof doubles. Waterproof bags. World's mostly water, so get a waterproof Yeti bag. Do I smell something cooking? Oh, new cast iron skillets made to be passed down like mama's recipes. Take your steak, cornbread, cobbers, pot pie, and potatoes next level with 3 sizes of Yeti cast iron skillets.
Gear, gifts, and product experts. Visit the Yeti store on McKinney Street and at South Lake Town Square today.
Cowboys fans, when it comes to navigating the ever-changing world of tax, your business needs a partner it can trust to tackle even your biggest tax challenges. Ryan is the largest firm in the world dedicated exclusively to business taxes. Our team of tax professionals has local expertise in all areas of tax and can help you uncover savings opportunities you didn't know you had. Learn more about how Ryan can improve your overall corporate tax performance by visiting Ryan.com. Ryan, the official tax partner of the Dallas Cowboys.
This summer, step onto the field with Dallas Cowboys youth football and dance camps presented by Invisalign. Athletes of all skill levels, ages 6 to 16, are invited to learn from former NFL players and the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders at Ford Center at the Star in Frisco. Campers have the chance to learn technical skills and lessons on teamwork. Visit DallasCowboys.com/camps to learn more.
Welcome back to Girls Talk, Boys Talk, presented by Invisalign. Ladies, can you still hear me?
Yeah.
Hello?
But you don't sound like you.
You don't sound like normal, but I can hear you a little bit.
Okay. Well, there. Can
Oh,
you hear me now?
there she is.
Okay,
Can you
good.
hear
I
me now?
sound like the Verizon commercial.
Good.
Oh my God.
No, let's keep it that way.
You just can't do it.
I'm-
Gotta do it.
You know what? It's our first day back. Look, we'll
It's
just say,
adversity. We just makes us
Lord.
stronger.
it's not about the journey. It's about what is it? It's
I'm
about
not
the
sure. I was just trying to
journey.
support
it's about
you.
the
and then-
destination. No, it's not about the destination. It's about the journey.
Okay, is that right?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
We'll
Wait.
say that.
That sounds like something from Disney Channel.
I was gonna say Hobby Lobby, like.
Journey.
Oh, Lord. Lord.
Oh my goodness. All right. Well, ladies, let's flip the script to the defensive side of the ball now. One of the things that stood out to everybody was Shoddy talking about Mozzie Smith saying he slimmed down and he wants him to be utilized as a one tech. There was some mixed feelings, and that's gonna say it nicely about this on the internet. Ladies, how are you feeling about Mozzie being used as a one tech?
I mean, ain't he supposed to be a one tech? Is it the three tech thing?
Yes.
It's like them using him more as a three tech, like get up the field type thing?
Yes.
For what? For why? I mean, this is so frustrating because that is not something that, like, although Mozzie's athletic profile was crazy coming out of college, what he was asked to do at Michigan was to take on blocks, eat up space, and let the other humans do the rushing. That is just not. And I will say about Mozzie, we saw improvements from him last year. Towards the end of the year, I started seeing him on film, reading the defense, understanding timing when he sheds and things like that. He started getting better in that regard. I will say, even at minicamp and stuff, I was like, dang, he looks faster. He looks lighter. So it was noticeable that he had lost some weight, but I'm still trying to understand maybe Eberflus's system in the way that we knew it to be might look different than what, we thought. Like, maybe we haven't found that out yet, but he typically has a big ham dog in the middle. To take up space and to eat up blocks and stuff. And he has had instances where he does like defensive tackles to get upfield, but that's typically three techs. So I'm kind of confused as to what they want from him, and I'm honestly feel for him because I feel like he's going through so many philosophy and coaching changes. It's a weird spot to be in. So I don't know. I'm not a fan.
Bree, what do you think?
I don't read too much into it. Like I said, I keep saying it. It's just so early, guys. I think as Shoddy, you got to think like he was sitting back, and not that he had no say so, but that's not something he would have a lot of say so. But just like what we saw from Mozzie, so did Schottenheimer, and he had his own opinion. So I think bringing Eberflus, a defensive guy, Shoddy seeing what he saw, getting Eberflus's take on it. Why not try different things to see what works? This is a time to try it, right?
I guess.
He's been kind of like throwing like Mozzie in our. Sometimes we don't even ask about Mozzie in press conferences, and he'll be like Mozzie Smith stepping up. Like it's just like he's a fan, and I think there's a lot of, when you're the first round pick, there's a lot of hype. So I think he's not only trying to get us to buy in, but he's also trying to boost that man's confidence. I think this is a team that has struggled in the run game. So when you're seeing that, you're like, how does that help?
That's how I feel.
So that's why the internet.
That's why they had their
internet
feelings.
and Aisha, because
Yes.
I looked at it the same way. I was like,
So I think I understand both sides of it. I'm not necessarily like go for it, but I also like you said, this is a whole new system. So Eberflus could have something slick up his sleeve that we see it forming together somehow, some way, what have you. It's not like Mozzie was the only one. Solomon Thomas is one tech guy. Winfrey's in there doing the same thing, right? So it's kind of like, all right, it's not like they just had Mozzie in there. They were putting him, switching it up, what have you. It's camp. That was day one when it was happening. I don't know what he was doing out there today. So, I mean, I get it, both sides. Do I want to see it consistently? No. But,
Well,
it's early. That's what I would say. It's early. It's new.
Yeah.
It's new.
I guess for me, what gets me, and to your point about Mozzie constantly being on a rotation of coordinators, D-line coaches, schemes, ideas, I would imagine frustrating for him to be at this point in his career, still not really knowing what they want from him. But I feel like with Schottenheimer coming in, Flus coming in, making that specific mission and hopefully having that stability of not another coaching change, that's going to boost his confidence. And I think a guy like Mozzie, we talked about this, after the end of his rookie season was stripped down of the confidence, had to be built back up, was in the process of that, and now it's kind of just restarting a fresh reset of what he's actually going to attribute to this team. I still think people are harsher on him because he was the first-round draft pick. I think 100%. If this was any other player, the stakes wouldn't be so high, but because he has that seal on him, it's worse. So hopefully he uses that as motivation. Haven't caught up with Mozzie in a while, but when I would, he was always annoyed that people are like, "You down still? You down?" He's like, dang, I'm not down anymore. Like, I feel about it. But I have no doubt that at some point, and Shotty talked about Solomon Thomas coming in here and being a good mentor for Mozzie without even being asked. Like he said, he just kind of throws names out there. Yes, he does. And I think Mozzie needs that. He didn't have that since Jonathan Hankins, his rookie year, and he still would allude to the things that Hank was teaching him because, like we learned, this isn't a position that you can just learn your rookie season, you're great, you're doing great things. It takes time to acclimate in the NFL as a legit nose tackle. So I want to give Mozzie grace, but I do know time's ticking, bud. Like, and you need we got to see production.
He has to perform this year for this defensive line.
And he needs to stay healthy above all else as well. I think that's what worries me about him leaning out a little bit is, does that make him a higher risk for injury? Like, I don't know.
I don't mind him leaning out if he can anchor. If he still has the strength to anchor down and take on double teams or to reset the line of scrimmage, fine.
Yeah.
But if he getting pushed and his legs up in the air and stuff,
not there.
I'm gonna be stressed out. I'm for real. And I it sounds like they want him to get up field and pass rush. It's like you have 3 techs for that. Like,
yeah.
I don't know. I don't know.
Well, we have all of training camp to see how it plays out.
Yeah.
So. But before we go,
because if I get there August 3rd, it looks a mess, I'm gonna be mad.
Girl, you can vent about it. Therapy sessions.
Pads is on next week too. I'll be like,
therapy sessions, guys.
What's going on over there?
Real quick, who is your defensive pet cat for this training camp and why? Aisha, you can go first this time.
Oh, barnacles. My defensive pet cat. This is hard because there's so many. All right, for me, it's going to be.
I think I know who you're gonna say.
I had one in mind, but he gonna rock out regardless. I'm gonna say Kyer Elam.
Okay.
I'm gonna say he's my pet cat. He had another PBU that actually had an interception today. He turned in them PBUs and interceptions.
Little ball hawk.
One of our concerns about him coming in was confidence, and he's done nothing but show me that he seems like he has found some confidence here in Dallas. Shotty mentioned today that he thinks his team is going to take the ball away a lot, and I'm hoping that he gets some mojo because he's having a good start to his career here in Dallas to me so far.
Yeah. And just hearing that, I just have to say, I was in Buffalo for 2 seasons. Hearing you say that, I've literally talked to coaches from that staff that have asked me, will he make the team? That's how different the energy is from there to here. And it's just really, because he was someone I liked out of the draft. It just did not work.
Yeah.
Like I said, 3 different defensive coordinators. It did not work in Buffalo for him. But for mine, I think I'm going to go with Kenneth Murray.
Oh, that's a good one.
He's someone, again, Shotty has thrown in the mix, voluntary. I was listening to the presser this morning. He said he can even step in and they need him to do the green dot, and I think that's what stood out to me because that's not really when we spoke about it before. That wasn't a name.
Sanborn.
Yeah, automatic, right? So to know that's not automatic and there's a little.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that. And that's someone when I get out there in Oxnard, and I can't wait. I hate watching everything online because I just want to be in the mix. But that's gonna be something I'm gonna be definitely keeping an eye on because who knows?
We worried about the linebacker room at all? I mean, I
wouldn't say worried.
I think it's not
a red flag.
It's just not a flashy room.
Yeah,
that's fair.
It might be,
that could be an advantage.
But how I agree, but
an advantage,
especially with not knowing what the DT play is going to look like,
Yeah.
holy crap, a lot of responsibility for your linebackers to be on point. Like, if Murray can, come to form, and obviously Maris, I think, is going to take a step up this year.
Agreed with that, yes.
Sanborn is solid.
Yeah.
What are we looking for them to be? We looking them to be just solid.
Looking to hold it together.
Hold it together till Overshown can get there.
Girl.
Sprinkle him in some.
Don't be a liability.
Like
Literally, don't be a liability.
I also liked that it was mentioned that Demo is going to get... Sorry, I think this is going out again.
It's okay.
Oh, can you guys still hear
I can read your
We
lip,
can
just
hear
kidding.
you, but we can't hear you, my girl. Poor girl.
I can hear, I think.
Hello? Oh, no. There.
Hello?
Hold on. Sorry, y'all.
Verizon time.
It just must be a short in it.
Hello?
What was your question?
Hello? I didn't have a question.
Oh, no.
Okay, sorry. Hi. Wow. Okay. I just wanted to say real quick that Shawty pointed out in the press conference this morning that Demo was going to get, even though he can't practice right now, he was still going to get mental practice. How? By working with Flues on the sideline with what green dot situations would be. So I thought that was pretty cool. My pet cat, real quick, before we have to go. I'm going to go Marshawn Nealon.
Yes.
I'm going to go Marshawn Nealon because why is nobody talking about him?
You need,
can we talk about this?
He's needed.
Yes, but also like I get it. I get it. He kind of is getting lost in the sauce with everything going on, but just know that God, I'm so excited for him. I mean, like when you have a Lion on one side and then you have a Marshawn on the other side, and then you can interchange with Sam Williams. Like there's so many different options you have here, but I'm going Marshawn Nealon.
Yeah,
pet cat.
And that's a fantastic pet cat because one thing about the Dallas defense, we talked about the run defense. You lost one of the best edge defenders in the NFL.
Yeah.
So someone has to take up that mantle and we have to identify who are going to be the run-stopping edges of this defense.
Mm-hmm. I think Marshawn Nealon. Because, look, he looked – his tape when the draft was happening was very comparable to a baby Tink. Mm-hmm. Like a younger D-Law. So
a nugget.
I just think from here he showed great flashes with what he could of the defense last year. He, again, is another guy I feel like didn't have an actual chance to show because – team around him just they were injured and then they weren't producing.
He dealt with the MCL too.
Yeah, and he was dealing with his own stuff. Like I just want him to come out fresh and
he seems like it, girl. He's coming out firing and showing some pass rush stuff too. So
well, you know who else is coming out fire? Girls Talk, Boys Talk, guys. We are gonna wrap things up for today. We will be back on Friday at 3:00. Less technical issues for sure, hopefully, but. Until then, go follow Nicole. She's out at camp still doing great coverage. And just a quick reminder, it is that time where fake accounts want attention. So please be mindful of who you are consuming your media from all training camp aspects. Follow reliable sources, please. All right. And Nicole's one of them. So please go follow Nicole. My mic went out again. All right. For Girls Talk, Boys Talk, Bree, Aisha, Nicole's in Oxnard. I'm Jess. We'll see you on Friday. Bye, guys.
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about this, Cowboys? Yeah!